December 16th, fucking watching the ridiculous ass news. These guys just are fucking insane. These guys are fucking insane. I'll tell you what, like, they seem like they have an agenda, they really do, but yeah, I mean, I don't know what the fuck is going on. Why won't this let me this thing won't go away. It's bullshit. Alright, there it goes. Anyways, you saw Donald Trump talking about bringing all those jobs back in his newest speech. That shit was fucking cool. Everything about his new speech was great except for the shit about flag burning. How the fuck could you talk about making a law about stopping somebody from being able to burn a flag? Like, in America, you should be able to do whatever the fuck makes you happy. If burning a flag makes you happy, and you're on your own fucking private property, the government can stay the fuck out. I mean, I understand that we don't want people burning flags, but we also don't want the government telling people what the fuck they can and can't fucking do. So, come on, folks. It's a cloth with a design on it. We can't fucking ban it. We cannot fucking ban flag burning. That is insane. But anyways, besides that, it seems like the dude's got a fucking doing great so far. A lot of shit talk about his cabinet picks. A lot of shit talking about his cabinet picks. But you know what? It's like, dude, the dude's not even fucking president yet. Like, who gives a fuck who he picks? Good. Like, I'm glad he picked those guys, you know? I don't give a fuck who he picks. I give a fuck what he does, what he delivers. Like, you know, who gives a shit? And like, as far as for people talking about his cabinet picks are insiders, like, yeah, no shit. Like, you pick people that know what they're doing. Experience. Like, what, are you gonna pick somebody with no experience and you'd flame on him for picking people with no experience? So then he picks somebody with experience and then you fucking say they're insiders. Yeah, you need people with experience. If insider means experience, yeah, great, we got people with experience in the sectors. But guess what? That doesn't mean shit. Like, the globalist agenda and shit, he's the exact fucking opposite of it. So to say that he's fucking one of them is, like, one of who? He's definitely not one of the fucking globalists. Because how the fuck, because nationalism is in direct conflict with globalism. And whether the globalist is a fucking crazy occultist group, or whether it's just an idea, a very evil one, that's just happening, and just momentum, you know, it's probably a little bit of both, or a lot of bit of both, you know, lots of different people, big world, lots of people act different ways, you know, people do act strange and occultish and shit. The world is a big place, never forget that people act different far away from here. So, back to what we were talking about, which was, yeah, fuck, flag, oh yeah, it's his agenda, nationalism, you know, that's the exact opposite of globalism. And basically, you know, globalism could lead to, the way shit was going, could lead to like a one world government, you know, which is a very fucking scary idea to me. We do not need a one world government. That is the worst thing in the world. We know what governments do. Governments are responsible for the most horrible things in the world. I fucking hate the United States government with a passion, but it's probably one of the best. That's just how bad governments are. So yeah, looks like we're going against globalism, thank fucking God. And I saw California talking about leaving, you know, good. I hope they fucking do. I hope all the states leave. Fuck the federal government. The federal government's a fucking joke. They fuck up everything they touch. They fuck up every single thing they touch. Fuck globalists, fuck the fads, fuck centralized power in general. All our problems come from centralized power. We need to fucking decentralize the power. That was the whole fucking, you know, revolution. Remember that, people? Taxation without representation. That's what the fuck is going on. Whether you realize it or not, they make you think that you're not being taxed because you don't get taxed much when you're poor. But guess what? Poor people get taxed the most by corporate taxes and shit. Just because we don't get taxed much, the people that we work for gets taxed. So what do you think that does to us? Exactly. We get taxed heavily, we just don't know it. We think that we're getting a free ride, and we think that the government doesn't owe us a lot because we don't pay that much in taxes on our paychecks because we get most of it back or whatever. But, trust me, we ain't getting no free ride. We're fucking working our ass off 40 hours a week just to fucking pay so that the corporations can pay their fucking income tax. Trust me. Fuck them. And they do not represent us. They tell us what the fuck to do. Imagine how much better schools could be ran on a local level. Imagine how much better every state could run their own fucking manufacturing or whatever. You know? Each state, if there was no federal income tax, states' taxes would be, you know, companies would just compete between states, and the best fucking states would win, and the fucking foolish ones would lose, and then they'd fucking come around, or you could move out of your state, or you could change it, because it's a lot easier to change shit on a fucking small level. Decentralized power, that's the theme. Donald Trump at least does that a little bit on a globalist agenda, like on a globalist scale. He decentralizes the, you know, he brings people back to like a more national sense of power. I'd rather have a bunch of nations competing for power than fucking, you know. At least if your nation fucks up too bad, you can go someplace else or whatever. It's a lot easier to change shit when everyone, you know, you can't fucking have centralized. You can't have centralized power. The more centralized power gets, the less we are free. It's a very bad way to go. Bad way to go. Anyways, this is just a quick stream.